So October is officially here. Spooky season has begun, even though it doesn't feel like it. It's been like 100 degrees outside. But before we get into this review, if you guys want to check out my first ever novel, I Wish I Never Knew, links are down in the description below for the paperback and the hardcover copies. Definitely worth it. It's a thick book. Even if you don't like reading, it's written in a certain way to where it's different than other books. It's written like a screenplay and a book sort of mixed together. Definitely worth it if you like horror, action, adventure, drama, just everything in general. Definitely check it out. Everybody that's read it so far has really enjoyed it. And let's go ahead and get into this review. So I wanted to do something a little bit different with my channel this month. Not just for the channel, but for me. I wanted to go back and view movies that I watched a long time ago. Movies that I have not seen in a long time. And there's a few standout movies that I've seen that I've seen, and I gotta watch myself there. But yeah, that I've seen, and I don't know. I picked out. I think I picked out three. Yeah, I picked out three movies that I remember watching whenever I was little. First off, we're going to review Miner's Massacre. This is how we're going to start spooky season. I got a little story about this movie before we get into the review. It won't take long, but I remember seeing this movie. There was I'm not going to say the name of it. There was a little gas station that was near my house. It was just a little gas station. And they actually had a tanning place behind everything, you know, like once you go through like the food and the snacks and stuff. Well, they had a little tanning area, and next to the tanning area, they had a probably not even. It wasn't that big at all, and you could rent games and movies there. And I remember going in there, and I seen the movie Shredder, and I remember seeing Miner's Massacre, and then I remembered seeing another movie. It starts with an S. It's got like this zombie on it that's missing like half of its mouth. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I remember seeing those three movies, and I wanted to rent them so bad. And my mom did. She rented me Shredder, and I remember she rented me Miner's Massacre. At least I think she did rent me Miner's Massacre there. Because I remember watching it. I don't know if I ended up getting it at like some other place and buying it, or if I actually rented it from that place. But I think we did rent it from that place. But yeah, those are the movies that I remember the most. So it was really just like I like to use this term now, a kick in the nostalgic nuts. It really was. I really enjoyed watching this movie. I had a smile on my face a lot whenever I was watching it because I remembered all this stuff. You sort of take in things different whenever you're younger compared to you're older, and that especially goes for whenever you were a kid in elementary school, and now you're just an adult. And watching this movie, I remember as soon as the character with the long hair popped up, I was like, that is my favorite character right there. I remember him. Like, it's powerful, man. It's powerful. It's not powerful, but it definitely is, it's a really good feeling. Just being able, because I remember there was one scene, and I remember how it was panning out, and I looked at my fiance, and I was like, right here is where her head's going to be cut off. Well, that actually is what happened. I didn't know if I wanted to spoil it or not, but it's a slasher, and I don't think it's really going to matter, and you're not going to know who it is. But I was right, and that made me really happy. So, Miner's Massacre is just like any other slasher movie. There is a killer going around. Some dumbass usually is the one to bring him back. Somebody did bring this dude back, and he's going around killing people. That's it. That's all there is to the movie. But it's fine, because let me tell you, one thing that I've noticed about these low budget horror movies is that the acting is good. The acting is really good, and the directing is really good. And also, and this is coming from like, I've just got into filmmaking. Like I just entered in my first short at Scarefest, so I know exactly like how difficult this can be, and the editing. This movie, and then Sabretooth, which is a movie that we're going to review after this. The editing is amazing. The editing is really good, and that's just something that you really have to praise, especially for a movie like this, because you got to give it to them. Even though it's corny and everything like that, it's still a really fun time, and it's still a really not necessarily high quality in terms of like production or just props, special effects. I mean, none of that, but it's high quality in terms of filmmaking. And I really do appreciate. Whenever I was watching this movie, the way that I was watching it is it had the black bars on the side, so I was watching it in the little square. When I watched this movie first, I don't remember it being like that, which tells you what kind of TV I watched it on. And I'm not trying to sit here and be like, I'm like some old man or whatever, like that dude, like William Dafoe from The Lighthouse. You know, that's honestly how I feel right now. But a lot has changed since I've seen this movie. My journey through cinema, whether it be watching cinema, filmmaking, or just reviewing it, it's just all changed so much. It was really cool. It really was. But yeah, Miner's Massacre is a good movie. It really is. I'm not even saying that. Like even my Sabretooth, I get a little bit harsh on that movie. Miner's Massacre, the main problem that this movie has is the killer. You don't see him that much, and he's corny as all get out. He really is. He'll sit there and just look and go, ha ha, with his little, pickaxe and stuff. He could have been a little bit more menacing, because if I was to see that dude out in town, I'd still run, don't get me wrong. But I would probably be, if Jay, there's like a food chain. I've already decided this. There's a food chain. And the way my food chain goes is Victor Crowley's on the top of that thing. Now, them first two Hatchet movies, oh my gosh, if I seen that dude out, I'd probably cry. But yeah, it's Victor Crowley, then I'd probably put Leatherface, then I'd probably put Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then Jason, then Freddy Krueger, then like Chucky and Leprechaun. I'd punt those little things. And then probably this dude. But don't get me wrong, I'd still be really scared. Or I'd just shoot him. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only issue that I had with this was the killer. He needed more of a personality. He needed more. You just needed more of him in this. And if they would have had that, I probably would have been able to give this movie an A. But as you guys know, I rate movies F for horrible, D for bad, C for okay or meh, B for good, A for amazing, and S for superior or masterpiece. I'm going to give this movie a B. It was a really solid movie. It was a good time. You can find this movie on Amazon on DVD for like 20 something bucks. I understand you probably don't want to pay that much for it. I did though. But you can find it on YouTube, I think, for free. I think you can, because I don't even know if it even came out on Sci-Fi. It probably did, but yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to find this movie on Sci-Fi or not. But this is just like that. This is one of the movies that I would love for Shock. No, it's Scream Factory. Is it Scream? Yeah, it's Scream Factory. It's Scream or Shock Factory. I forget which one it is. But they need to re-release Miner's Massacre on like Blu-ray, widescreen, cool looking case. Kind of like how they did Shredder. Am I going to be reviewing Shredder next? No, probably not, because I'm watching Chernobyl and I'm really enjoying that show. That's a really good show. It's a perfect show to review for spooky season, because I mean it's not like a horror movie, but I mean it's like, or a horror miniseries, but it's horrific. It really is. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think of Miner's Massacre down in the comments below. If you've seen it, please just tell me you've seen it so I can have a mini conversation with you about it, because I don't know anybody else that's seen this movie. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, the links are down in the description below. Instagram is the best platform to follow me on, because that's where I post all my gaming and movie stuff and reviews, and definitely check me out on there. And if you guys want to check out that novel, I definitely highly recommend it. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing spooky season so far. Keep watching those horror movies. Hope you guys have a great day. Maybe subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys next time.